Free study aids, how to become better at studying scripture. Welcome to my tutorial on how to become better at studying scripture. In this video, I will discuss some tips and tricks that you can use to improve your ability to read and analyze scripture more effectively. The first step in becoming better at studying scripture is studying goals. Take the time to think about what you're hoping to gain from this process so that you can keep yourself motivated throughout the journey. Do you simply want to understand the text better, or do you wish to gain insight into its message? Knowing what it is you seek out of scripture can help guide your study habits and give them purpose. Next, start by researching resources which can help studies. There are many books, commentaries, and websites which are available that can help provide helpful interpretations of scriptures, as well as additional context or background information around it. Additionally, look into academic journals or religious literature, if applicable, for more in-depth analysis of the passages. It's important to remember that just because someone wrote a commentary about a verse doesn't mean that their interpretation is correct. Use discernment when reading any type of literature or topic. I'm going to also provide some free resources that you can use that I found that are amazing for free scripture study. There's a program called Come Follow Me that allows you to, each year they have a different focus. This year it's the New Testament. Last year it was the Old Testament. So there's weekly goals that will allow you to set that will assist you in making your process of scripture study more effectively. And that's how I get a lot of my knowledge. I'm also really prudent about color coding my scripture and highlighting what is important to me based on the topic. So when I read scripture, I try to ask myself a question: what do I want to learn from this? Additionally, once you have gathered all the necessary materials, begin by taking notes on key points within scripture. This could include anything from different translations of words, phrases, or verses that stand out to major themes found within chapters or books as a whole. Taking notes will help ensure that none of these topics get lost in your research and can be referenced back later during further studies. From there, apply critical thinking skills through scriptures. Ask questions like, what does this mean? How does this fit in with other verses? By asking yourself such questions while reading, you will be able to form connections between passages and draw out any deeper meanings they may have beyond their literal translation, which could ultimately lead to a better understanding of the text overall. And for somebody like myself, I'm dyslexic. So keeping notes and a journal allows me to better understand what I'm reading and what I'm learning. Finally, be sure to take breaks while studying so that your mind stays fresh and motivated enough for proper comprehension of scripture each day without feeling overly burdened or overwhelmed by it all. Taking regular breaks allows for ample time for reflection and personal growth related to materials being learned. Two important aspects that should not be overlooked when trying to master scripture techniques. Overall, my practice is being redundant and being consistent with my message of scripture study. Becoming better at studying scripture takes practice, but it doesn't have to feel daunting if done right. Use these tips, set goals, gather resources, take notes and apply critical thinking skills, along with regular breaks in between sessions of studying Scripture in order to remain focused and inspired on the journey ahead towards gaining a deeper understanding of its teachings. And that's my simple and easy process that I use for studying Scripture. Thank you for tuning in, and please like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions.